welcome to Jazz Therapy. I'm Jessie, and this is Song Therapy. All right, you guys, well, I am super excited this week because it is none other than the one and only Coleman Hawkins' birthday. Now, Coleman Hawkins, as you probably know, was one of the best, if not the best, I think he's the best, tenor saxophonist that ever played. And his birthday is this week, November 21st. And I am just so excited and delighted to be featuring his music today. I wanted to just show you guys a picture of Coleman Hawkins. This is from, there's a little glare on here. This is from a little, gosh, I don't even know what size this is record. But here he is. He's just dressed up. He is smoking a cigarette and he looks so elegant. One thing about Coleman Hawkins is I will talk about, he lived in Europe for many years while he was touring early in his career in the 30s and also in the 40s, I believe. So one thing I read about him was that he really, loved Europe. Obviously, it was still Jim Crow over here in the United States, which was terrible, and separate but equal was still going on. So it really was not a very warm or welcoming environment for a lot of jazz musicians to play in. However, in Europe, it was. People really appreciated jazz as an art form, and if you were African American, Black, you were treated better in large than in the United States. So Coleman Hawkins was in Europe for a long time and a number of years, and he really enjoyed European culture and clothes. And I read in his biography that he really stood out from others just in terms of the way he dressed, the way he carried himself. He was very elegant and soigné. So here's just my little picture of Coleman Hawkins. So just wanted to show you guys that. All right, so let's get to the song that I have chosen for this week. I'm going to just tell you a little bit about Coleman Hawkins and then we'll get to the song. So Coleman Hawkins was born in Missouri in 1904. He played the cello growing up. By age 9, he had evidently made the switch over to tenor saxophone, and by age 14, he was already playing professionally. He ended up making his way to New York, and the rest, that they say, is history. Now, he recorded this album that I have chosen the song from for you today in 1962, in September of 1962. So this was at the end of his career. Now, Coleman Hawkins is really known for someone who really put the tenor sax on the map. There wasn't really anybody who was soloing or who was just doing what he did with it before. And he started out in kind of a big band era and really then started to solo the instrument and made it modern, made it an instrument worthy of being soloing, being soloed. And so he started off in this big band era, but he was able to make the transition into bebop and continue to innovate his sound. And he played with a lot of greats and folks who were innovating in the bebop era as it was coming up, including championing young musicians like Thelonious Monk, for example. Now, this album that I have chosen for you guys, the song is from this album. It's a collaboration he did with Kenny Burrell, who is a jazz guitarist, and Kenny Burrell was like around 30 when this was recorded, and Coleman Hawkins was around 60. So they paired up to record this album in September of 1962. It was recorded at Rudy Van Gelder's studio, so the sound is really amazing. Now, Kenny Burrell is a guitarist, and I just love jazz guitar, and so the pairing of Coleman Hawkins with this really deep, guttural, passionate sound and the guitar is super dope. All right, so let's get to the song. The song I have chosen for this week for Song Therapy is called It's Getting Dark, and it is from this aforementioned album, Bluesy Burrell. Now, let's see. So Kenny Burrell's on guitar, Coleman Hawkins on the tenor saxophone, Tommy Flanagan on the piano, Major Holly on the bass, Eddie Locke on drums. So it's a great all-star cast. Now, I love this song when I heard it because immediately there's kind of this like rollicking energy that starts the song out, and then Coleman Hawkins just kind of comes out with this just like jazzy, bluesy, he's like swinging from the get-go. There's just like a relaxed and yet upbeat, kind of excited energy to the song. And I started thinking about this song in particular and its proximity to just the holidays. Coleman Hawkins' birthday always falls around the holidays. And in the title of this song, It's Getting Dark. And this song is kind of saying to us, to me, when I hear it, like, okay, you know, the sun is going down, it's time to be together, it's time to be together with family, or, you know, doing something fun, or just being out and about. And let's take this energy of looking forward to a wonderful night unfolding before us, and let's just kind of embody that spirit. There's an anticipation in here. It's getting dark, kind of what's going to happen, and the energy of that is just there. And I started to think about this song being very germane to the holidays, because, you know, the holidays, especially Thanksgiving, they can be challenging for people, because we are often with family, or sometimes folks that we don't always see. And this can be challenging for us. As Ram Dass, the spiritual teacher, once said, if you think you're enlightened, go spend a week with your parents. I'm into that. All right. So there's always more work we can do on ourselves. And then also there might be that part of the holidays that is just, you know, it's a lot of stimulation, a lot of people. The media is already on us about going to spend money and buy more stuff, to consume more. There's a lot of emphasis on food and drink, which can all be wonderful. And sometimes maybe it just feels like it's a lot. So I heard this song as kind of almost like an exhortation to go into this holiday season, especially, you know, starting off with Thanksgiving, with just kind of like a really chill, relaxed energy, that you can really make your evening what you want it to be, or your time, you know, with your loved ones or whatever. You can make it what you want it to be. And this song embodies the energy of being relaxed, setting a just good tone. So it seemed like the perfect song for this week. So for that reason, I would put this song into the category of emotional tone setting, and that's when we want to intentionally create a vibe. In this sense, it's being relaxed and peaceful and playful, you know, when we are all doing our holiday festivities, or, you know, maybe even after, if you want to just kind of take a chill break from the consumerism or whatever it is, and just, you know, be there. I would also put it into the category of emotional galvanization. And this is when we want to listen to music to feel inspired. And I would put it in this category because here the inspiration is really to be peaceful, relaxed, playful, and just in the present moment, so that whatever happens, if you have a challenging interaction with a family member, or you just need to take a break from stimulation or shopping or whatever, you can do that. You can really be thoughtful about it and bring that energy of, I'm going to be relaxed and peaceful. I'm going to flow with the Tao, and this is kind of how I want my holiday to be. So I know I probably went on way too long for this video. However, I'm just so excited this week, you guys, because it's Coleman Hawkins' birthday, and it's only once a year, and he's just my absolute most favorite of all time. I just absolutely adore him. So anyway, I will hopefully be able to get back later in the week and do another song from Coleman Hawkins, because he's just so incredible. So let me know what you think in hearing this song, what reflections come up, how you feel, and what you'd like to see more of on this channel. May you have a wonderful Thanksgiving and really be able to sink into gratitude, as I know I will be doing. There's so much going on in the world. There's multiple wars: Israel, Gaza, Russia, Ukraine, Sudan, and there really is just so much beauty in the world, so much to be grateful for. Above all, jazz, which continues to nourish me and uplift me every single day of my life. So happy birthday to the incredible Mr. Coleman Hawkins in heaven. May you have a wonderful Thanksgiving.